Saturday, the 2nd of March. Hello, March. I'm on my way to parkrun this morning, but sometimes before you do a parkrun, you just need to squeeze in a quick least used station. And what I'm amused about is that when Vicky and I came through Middlesbrough in all the stations in 2017, I only thought Middlesbrough station had one entrance, and I've since found out that it's actually got 3. So there's this one, there's also this one, and also this one. This is the one that Vicky and I used in 2017. At the time, I thought was the only entrance. It's 6:45 in the morning because, and I can see him coming. Here he comes. Here he comes. Where were you? I was bright and early. Everyone say, "Oh God, you're taller than me." Hang on. Like if I go on tiptoes. Hi, Rob. Rob, where are we going today? We're going to the least used station
in Britain.
In the whole of Britain, the new one, which is, oh, go on.
Redcar, British Steel.
Can I get a T's and Tyne and T's day rover kit? They're about 23 quid, right? Additionally, just to add to the passenger stats and purpose, can I get a return from Redcar Central to British Steel Redcar, please? And then as presumably a local, is it Redcar or Redcar? And this is lovely. There's this whole, the underpass corridor. Would you call these murals, Rob, or just kind of... It's very nice.
They're kind of lovely as well.
Do you know what? I feel a little bit bad. I feel like we're going to get a pacer, and I'm going to get stick in the comments because Vicky ain't here.
Oops. Sorry, Vicky.
Is that a ScotRail liveried Sprinter? It's a ScotRail train.
Yes.
Is this our train? I think it is. That's the Whitby service. We are the only people on the train. Did you pick up the timetable?
I did.
Yes. Rob's studying the timetable. Now, this is the thing about British Steel Redcar. And we're going with Redcar, right?
Redcar, yeah.
Redcar. When Vicky and I came through in 2017, it was a 2 trains a day situation. One eastbound in the morning and one westbound in the evening. The idea is, with Tata Steelworks there, if you lived in Middlesbrough, or the surrounding area, you could go to work around 8:30 in the morning, and there was like a 4 or 5 o'clock return. And then Rob, what did you notice about the timetable?
So in May 2018, Redcar British Steel now gets 4 trains a day, 2 in each direction, which now means you can actually visit the station, albeit for 25 minutes, and see what's around.
So what we're doing is that we're starting at Middlesbrough. We're going to go through British Steel Redcar, go to Redcar Central,
Redcar,
then go Redcar, then go 1 stop west on the stopper at British Steel Redcar. Get out. We have 27 minutes on the platforms, and then get the stopper going eastbound back to Redcar Central, and then come back to Middlesbrough.
That's not complicated at all.
And we're leaving Middlesbrough.
We're the only ones on there.
Redcar Central. So they got a pacer. The lucky so-and-sos. We don't get one.
All the way to Carlisle.
A pacer all the way to Carlisle. Man, that's bumpy. that is some sore bottoms. They're not going to Carlisle, surely. They're just going to...
I'll be surprised if anyone's going to Carlisle now.
Okay. We've got a problem. I'm just checking the old-time trains. At Redcar Central, the 8:28 is cancelled. And that is the 8:24 at a British Steel Redcar. I'm not joking. They've cancelled it.
Shall we get a replacement taxi booked?
Seriously, they've cancelled it. Rob, I'm not kidding, it's been cancelled. The return train has been cancelled. Rob's on the phone. This is a face of
disappointment.
I've travelled several hundred miles to be here and got up very late on a Saturday.
Is it possible to stop the next train there?
Rob is literally on the phone to Northern asking if the one after can stop in addition. Otherwise, we've had a completely wasted journey. Well, I have. He gets to see the football. I'm really annoyed right now. I am really annoyed. What happened?
So they're going to call me back. It doesn't look likely that they'll be able to stop another train for us, but who knows? We will see.
So under the terms and conditions of carriage,
Yeah.
they're legally obliged to
Provide us with
provide us with an alternative form of transport.
Yeah.
But that means walking through the grounds of the steelworks,
of a private land.
of private land, going up to the gate and
Yeah.
getting a taxi paid for by Northern to pick us up and bring us back to Redcar.
At platform 2.
But what drama!
What drama?
This will make a great video. I've never seen a slidey gate level crossing before.
No.
Instead of it's a.
Yeah.
Everybody make the hand action.
Oh, phone. Hello, Rob Thomas. Hello there. Brilliant. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes, they're gonna stop it.
Okay.
How are they gonna stop it? They're gonna stop it.
Alright.
No way. We get to do it.
Alright, thank you very much.
Rob, what's happened?
They are going to stop an additional train at Redcar British Steel.
But the thing is, I really want to go to Redcar Park Run, right, Rob? So what? I said that will get back in, I think, to Redcar at 8:58.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 minutes to then jog down to Lock Park,
Yeah. Or
and then start the park run late.
in the hour that we got at Redcar British Steel, you can do a 5k park run there.
I could do like 100 laps of the platforms at Red. No, you don't understand, Rob. I'm more obsessed about my park runs than I am about ticking off stations, and that's saying something. And is it Redcar or Redcar? Redcar. But you're not from Redcar, are you? I think if you're from Redcar, you say Redcar, and if you're not from Redcar, you say Redcar. How many times have you ever had a passenger on or off at British Steel? None.
I don't think anybody has really. Yeah.
Onto the platforms. And there's nothing here. Thank you so much. Rob, you're here. How does it feel?
It feels deserted. But good. I'm glad we did this. I love the landscape.
I'm glad we came. I know there's a very dramatic industrial landscape. So quick, let's do a quick facilities. There's 2 shelters.
Yep, none of which have seats in.
Yeah, no benches. Is there a litter bin, Rob?
No.
Is there a dot matrix indicator?
No.
Is there a ticket machine?
To everything you're going to say, probably no.
Is there a permit to travel machine?
No.
Is there a car park?
No.
Is there a ticket office?
No.
Are there bus connections?
No.
Is there anything apart from the shelters without seats and a footbridge? So, fun and games at Redcar British Steel. Rob, what's just happened?
So, as soon as we got off the train, a security guy has spotted us and asked his powers that be whether we need to leave the station. This is Network Rail territory, so we are not allowed to leave the station.
So we're not allowed, which is what we assumed, we're only allowed to stay on the platforms, you're not allowed to wander off the platforms. But you can't go anywhere anyway, because because to the steelworks there was like an underpass.
Which has been blocked up.
And that's now been bricked up. Rob, this is your big moment though, this is where,
Yeah.
look, the sun.
Oh,
It's
that's
lovely. So, until 2 years ago, so British Redcar Steel opened in the 1970s. They diverted the track. It's brought people to the site here. Opened in 1978. It used to get like 1,000, 2,000 people. But then what happened in 2016?
What happened in 2016? Basically, all the steelworks closed.
Yeah.
That sun is really bright.
That sign is really bright.
Does it warrant my sunglasses?
Oh, I thought you were going to show your Plymouth Argyle shirt. I was going to say it shows off my orange park run shirt nicely. Are you going to put your shades on?
Yeah, totally.
Put the shades on.
Shall I do that?
I should have brought my shades. So 2 years ago it dropped to
60.
and then last year it dropped to
40.
which makes it
the least used station in the country, as well as Cleveland, North Yorkshire.
Amusingly, my whole series of least used videos is to do it by county.
Yes.
And this is a whole, I'm going to open up a can of worms. In the bar of our hotel last night,
Yeah.
what happened? Because we said to the 3 people behind the bar,
So we were talking to ourselves, which county are we doing the least used station of?
Yeah.
And we couldn't decide. So we asked the people at the bar, what county are we in?
because we'd heard the words Teesside, we'd heard County Durham, we'd heard Cleveland, we heard North Yorkshire.
We asked 3 separate people and we got 3 separate answers. So we got, first person said we're in Cleveland.
Yep.
Second person said we're in Teesside.
Yep.
And the third person said we're in North Yorkshire.
Yeah, so then last night late, I spoke to my friend Dave. So, technically, welcome to the least used station in North Yorkshire, previously Cleveland, formerly Teesside, originally the North Riding of Yorkshire. In the distance, there's a wind farm.
Yep.
And there's clearly industry. Over there I can now see the bricked up tunnel. That's where it used to lead through to the steelworks and now it doesn't go anywhere.
No.
So we're at the end of the eastbound platform.
There's still nothing here.
I can't believe we came. I'm having a genuine moment of like, I can't believe we came here.
We came all the way for this.
No, but we did it. I love that we did it.
Yeah.
So Rob, what time do the trains at?
Well, there's usually one at 8:24, but that's cancelled. So what they're going to do is they're going to stop the 8:48 off Middlesbrough, especially here, at about 8:55 to pick us up.
Thanks Northern.
Thanks, Northern.
So we're on the westbound platform, waiting shelter. This is the path that leads off to a bricked up entrance that goes nowhere.
And this is station premises.
You can't leave
We are not allowed
to cross.
to cross this line.
Okay.
I cannot stress that highly enough.
Do you want to give us?
This is our train. It's stopping before us.
In the distance, it's like an
Air raid siren.
air raid siren. What?
It's very eerie.
That's eerie. Can you hear that? And in the distance,
I hope it stops.
the pacer is coming.
Yeah, thankfully.
It's 8:55. I'm gonna have to change into my running shirt on the train
In the 3 minutes you've got.
in the 3 minutes I've got. Give you my camera. We better say bye, Rob. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for the adventure that was British Redcar. And the train is stopping. Thank you so much. You cancelled the previous train, so you had to make a special stop. Made it to part 1. Just.